Hello, welcome to my channel, Sienna's Kawaii World, and today I'd like to talk about Harry Potter and all about my thoughts and how I like it. So right now I'm on the fourth book called The Goblet of Fire. For now I'm on chapter 8 now. And so there's the Sorcerer's Stone, Chamber of the Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, the Goblet of Fire, Order of the Phoenix, the Half-Blood Prince, and the Deathly Hallows. So there's 7 books in all. So since we don't have the 6th book, I'm going to try to read slow. Anyway, I'm on the Goblet of Fire. Today I'd like to talk about my thoughts in Harry Potter. So, it's a really good book. So, if you didn't read it, then you should start reading it, like, whenever you want to. But it's a really good book. So, if you're not reading it, you're missing out a lot. And so the Sorcerer's Stone is about, has Voldemort in it, Lord Voldemort, that people are afraid to say his name because he murdered a lot of people. He's the bad. He has, and then he's also parcel tongue, parcel mouth. Let me see. It's in the second book, Chamber of the Secrets. Mommy, what's it called again? Parcel mouth or parcel tongue? I think it's parcel tongue too. Well, parcel tongue is where you can speak to snakes. So when Harry's parents were murdered, Voldemort tried to kill Harry also, but ended up getting his scar and died or something, lost all his power. So when he gave him that scar, he passed some of his powers to Harry. That's why Harry can speak parcel tongue or parcel mouth. And most people, it's a very uncommon gift to be able to speak parcel tongue or parcel mouth. So Harry was very lucky. He was able to speak parcel tongue and parcel mouth. And most people that can speak that, the snake language, they usually go to Slytherin. But there's Slytherin, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and Gryffindor, which are houses. Like, there's 4 houses. They're actually last names of real wizards. So there's Salazar Slytherin, Godric Gryffindor, Helga Hufflepuff, and Rowena Ravenclaw. And then Salazar Slytherin is the one that actually built the Chamber of the Secrets, which I believe is Tom Riddle, which is Voldemort before he became Lord Voldemort. Since Tom Riddle's middle name is Marvola, it's Tom Marvola Riddle, but it's a word scramble of I am Lord Voldemort, which is very interesting. And so, now I want to show you my Harry Potter figures. So, here's one. This one's Ron. See? He's a Weasley. Harry Potter. Of course, my favorite character. You know, anybody who reads Harry Potter wants to be a wizard. Not everybody, but I think everybody. This is McGonagall. This is Hermione. This is Hermione when she got scratched at the Whomping Willow. She's in her 3rd year. She got hurt by the Whomping Willow, which is the one. It's a tree that whomps you. Albus Dumbledore. Crookshanks, Hermione's cat. Hedwig, Ron, Harry's bird. And here's Fred. He's Ron's older brother. So, once it's the 3rd book, it says that Sirius Black, which is Harry's godfather, but murdered 13 people in a curse, scented Ron an owl. It was like this baby chicklet little owl thing. It's so cute. He named it Pig, which is very wacky for someone to name their baby owl that looks like a pig and does not look like a pig. Actually, Ginny Weasley, Ron's younger sister, named it Pig. So she said it was a very cute name, but it's a very wacky name. Pig. Pig is its nickname, I think it says. Wow. Piguous? I think that's something like that. I was really Piguous, something like that, something with pig in it. But in the fourth book, no. So Harry Potter goes to Hogwarts, Wizard and Witchcraft School. Also, Harry stayed with the Dursleys, his uncle, aunt, and cousin. There's Dudley, which is his cousin, Vermin, which is his uncle, Uncle Vermin, and Petunia, which is his aunt, Aunt Petunia. So his mom, Lily, is Aunt Petunia's sister, who's very jealous of her. That's why she hates Harry. James Potter and Lily Potter were actually murdered by Lord Voldemort, and killed, which is very sad. But so I'm not even close to the fifth book, but I can't help reading the first chapter called Dudley Demented. Dementors are like the most mean, rude, like just bad creatures. So they have like a hood and you can't see their eyes, but then you can only see their eyes when they give you the kiss, which is whether they suck out your soul, which they are going to do to Sirius Black. And Harry and Hermione traveled back in time. Hermione was only supposed to use for her studies, so if she was seen, it can affect her future or past, because other people were seen mistaken, not using for their studies, and got their past and future ruined. I think Harry Potter is a really good book. You can't miss out on it. It's like the best books you can ever read in your life. But that's in my opinion. If you don't like Harry Potter, that's okay. Like nobody's gonna be mad at you, right? But if you don't like Harry Potter, you're missing out a lot. Even if you're older and things like that, you can still read Harry Potter, because it's still going to be very fun. My mom got the whole collection except the sixth book. She says that she probably borrowed it from a friend. But I'm about 3.5 books away from the sixth book. So 2-3 books away from the sixth book. But anyway, so in the fourth book, what's happening is Fred and George, his older brother, are twins, and his dad, Arthur Weasley, and his mom, Molly Weasley, sent Harry a letter asking it said, let's see, I can read it to you. The Wizard of Weasley's the invitation. Oh, there. Okay, so it said, Dear Mr. and Mrs. Weasley, we have never been introduced, but I am sure you have heard a great deal from Harry about my son Ron. As Harry might have told you, the final Quidditch World Cup of Quidditch is a wizard sports game using broom, takes place this Monday night, and my husband Arthur had just managed to get prime tickets through his connections at the Department of Magical Games and Sports. I do hope you will allow us to take Harry to the match, as this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Britain hasn't hosted the Cup for 30 years. The tickets are extremely hard to come by. We would, of course, be glad to have Harry to stay for the remainder of the sunny summer holidays and see him safely back on the train to school. It will be best for Harry to send us your answer as quickly as possible in the normal way because the Muggle postman has never delivered to our house. I'm not sure if he even knows where it is. Hoping to see Harry soon. Sincerely, Molly Weasley. P.S. I do hope we put enough stamps on it. That's a funny part because Muggles are people with no magic, but since Molly, Arthur, the Weasleys are actually a wizard family, they don't know how many stamps. You're only supposed to put one stamp on the right corner, I think. But she put them all over the envelope, and in tiny minute handwriting, she wrote Harry the Dursleys' address, which turned out to be very funny. And in the third book, it was also funny when they met Professor Trelawney, the fortune-telling teacher, and said, today we're going to be practicing reading the future with a crystal ball. And then, so when she came over to their table, before she came over to their table, Harry asked, do you see anything, Ron? And Ron, because the crystal ball, it looks like there's a lot of fog in. Well, he said, yeah, I know, we're going to get loads of fog. I know that we're going to get loads of fog tonight. And then Harry and Hermione burst out laughing because that's not what he really saw. Because the crystal ball actually is like the foggy looking crystal ball. So when he said, I'm sure I already know we're going to get loads of fog tonight, it made it really funny because the ball is already foggy. There's the fastest brooms in the world. It's called one is called a firebolt. The firebolt, the fastest broom, like a professional Quidditch broom. There's Nimbus 2000, Nimbus 2001, which is another version, a better version of Nimbus 2000. Firebolt is like the next level. It's a very, very expensive broom that Sirius Black, Harry's godfather, sent to him. There's Harry Potter is a really good book. Again, I said that. Well, the reason is every time you read Harry Potter, it makes you want to be in the wizarding world, want to go to Hogwarts. And for me, it gives me all these crazy dreams, like I'm riding a broom or something, which makes it fun. So I'm thinking on my birthday, which is in March, I'm going to have a Harry Potter one. Harry Potter is a very good book. And again, people who haven't reading it are missing out. So this book is like the best book ever to be written. Like, it's like just the best. One of my favorite book series I've ever read in my life. Like, just the best. There's so many good things to say about this book. So the author J.K. Rowling, I can tell, is a very good author. When I finish Harry Potter, the book series, I'm going to start reading a book called The Beast that shows how Lord Voldemort became Voldemort and young Dumbledore. Dumbledore is the headmaster, and I think before Dumbledore was the headmaster, it was Professor Dippet. Dumbledore has a bird named Fox. It's a phoenix. The cool thing about it is once the phoenix dies, there's ashes, and in the ashes is another baby chick phoenix that is reborn in the ashes. In the second book, it's called The Chamber of the Secrets. Tom Riddle seems to be the heir of Slytherin. So he's the one that opened the Chamber of the Secrets. People think it's Rubius Hagrid, which is, can you bring Rubius Hagrid? Hagrid. Oh, your fingers. Hagrid, and he has a dog named Fang. Hagrid, who in the third book becomes the teacher of magical creatures lessons, and then and so this is Hagrid. He has this pink umbrella. He was expelled because people thought he was the one that opened the Chamber of the Secrets, but it wasn't not real. And here's his dog, Fang. And here's Professor Trelawney. Sybil Trelawney. Here's the crystal ball. In real life, it looks like it's Froggy. Here's George, Fred's twin. See, they really are twins. What's funny was the first year, Ginny Weasley, which is her, wanted to go to Hogwarts. And Fred said he's going to bring her back a toilet seat. Dobby, the house elf, works for the Malfoys, Draco Malfoy. I'll show you that in a minute. Here's Fox, Dumbledore's eagle. Fox the bird isn't actually this big. Literally bigger than Dumbledore, but it is, and it's small. Third book, James Wormtail, Peter Pettigrew, which everybody thought he died, but Agnimus I think are the people that can turn into an animal. Like not people, but like wizard witches that can turn into an animal. McGonagall, Sirius Black, Professor Lupin, Peter Pettigrew, McGonagall, did I already say? Well, those people can turn into an animal. I'll show you Lupin in a minute. I don't have, so here's Professor McGonagall, turn into a tabby cat. It's a tabby cat. Let me show you Lupin. I don't have Peter Pettigrew, which is Scabbers. So Scabbers is actually Ron's rat. But he's actually the one that betrayed Harry's father, told Lord Voldemort he was his secret spy, where they were hiding, because he was so selfish about his life that he didn't even care about his friends. Wormtail is his nickname, Prawn is James Potter, which is Harry's dad's nickname, Moony is Professor Lupin's nickname, and Padfoot is Sirius Black's nickname. They're all best friends. Wormtail went out, which they also have the Marauders map. Here's Draco Malfoy. Bobby the house elf works for the Malfoys. Here's Severus Snape, the potions teacher, and the head boy? No. Well, headmaster's Dumbledore. Well, he's the person that takes care of all the Slytherins. Mad-Eye Moody is coming in the fourth book. So, Lupin can turn into a werewolf. Sirius Black can turn into a big dog. Peter Pettigrew can turn into a rat. McGonagall can turn into a tabby cat. That's Dementors, most vicious creatures ever living. The only spell that'll work to keep them away like a shield is a spell that you say Expecto Patronum, and how it works is you got to think of a very happy memory and then say Expecto Patronum, but every time you say Expecto Patronum, there's an animal that shoots out of your wand and blocks it. Harry's, I believe, is a reindeer. Hermione's is, I think, a sea otter. That's what Mommy said, but because she read all the books. Well, that's all I have to say. If you ever want to hear more about Harry Potter, yeah, here's Luna Lovegood. Probably come in the 5th or 4th book. Well, if you ever want to see another video of... If you ever want to see another video of Harry Potter, Mommy's channel is Marie's Kawaii. You can tell her on her Harry Potter video. Tell her, and then I'll ask her, and she can tell me. But thank you for watching. Bye. I hope you guys like Harry Potter. There's nothing wrong not liking it, but it's a really good show, better than the movie. So if you watch the movie, and you like it, you'll probably enjoy the book. But you should read the book first. But how we do it is every time I finish a book, we watch the movie, finish a book, watch the movie, finish a book, watch the movie. We only watch the third movie because I'm on the fourth. I'm still reading the fourth. But thank you for watching. Bye. Comment below on my mom's channel, which is Marie's Kawaii World, on her Harry Potter video. I can't remember, but it has something to do with how my daughter was inspired with Harry Potter or something. Something like that. Well, comment below that video. Tell me if you want me to make another video of Harry Potter. But thanks for watching. Bye!